This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
It's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old.
This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
It's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave.
Happy
Here's
Tuesday.
Jason Walker.
Let's try this again. Happy Tuesday. This is the Jason Walker Show. I don't know what's going on. We got all sorts of whatnot. We are in the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. For everything above the house, inside the house, they will get it done. Great tile work. Estimates are free. Get 10% off a paint job up to $250. Get a hold of Above All Handyman Services in Helena and Colorado Springs today. All right, coming up today, shortened edition. Got the little one. Got to go get her out of school today. The wife has golf, so. Ryan Schulte is going to join us. Talk some Helena High softball. Also, let's see. Your Montana Rodeo Roundup is on the way. We have your Auto Contest Performance of the Week, On This Day in History, and much more. The opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry with 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams and budget. Milled log, timber frame, handcrafted. Every house customized to you and made to order. Go to the website at yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Hope you had a good weekend. Got in the Pro-Am yesterday up in Great Falls. Our team was 4th, so that was nice. Almost paid for our entry fee, but we had a good time, and it was a lot of fun. So thanks to Scott Longnecker, Metal Art Country Club, for hosting the Pro-Am yesterday, because it was a ton of fun. You can watch the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com, and more. Had a good weekend as well. Aside from the golf yesterday, my mom was in town Saturday night and Sunday. She had bowling, so I went and watched her bowl. And my mom has this weird, she doesn't bowl like you're supposed to. She kind of comes, her arm backwards. And it looks like her arm, I swear her arm's going to fall off. Like it's going to go flying down the bowling alley one of these days. But she like throws it like a screwball almost. It works most of the time for her. And this was, the same mom that kicked me off of the Sunday's bowling team a couple weeks ago. So, anyway, it was a lot of fun, though. Little one was happy. Had a great time with the little one. She got a birthday present from my oldest daughter down in Auburn, and it was a bunch of sidewalk chalk and some other stuff. But we went outside and drew. Well, she drew, and I traced her, so she's got her body trace on the sidewalk, like one of the old movies, you know. Whatever noirs. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. Good weekend. Hope you had a good one as well. Randy Kelly has decided to step down as Polson basketball coach this coming today in the news. And that's kind of a bummer. But he had a nice little run. Where did I see that story? And just good coach, and a lot of great talent from Polson. So Randy Kelly has retired after 8 years as the Polson boys coach. Now, Polson boys have had some talent. There's no question about that. Went to the state tournament 6 times, won third in 2016-17, and again the next year. Made it back the last 2 years before losing out. But Kelly said it's just time to move on. And it's a place where he also coached the girls before he moved over to the boys and went to the state tournament with the Polson girls a couple times. So a new coach for Polson boys is coming. There is a new coach coming for Skyview boys as well, as the legendary Kevin Morales is stepping down. Told the Billings Gazette and 406mtsports.com today he and his wife are taking jobs in California to be closer to her family. Took over in 2014, won 4 state AA championships in 8 years, and a very, very successful coach and guy. And a lot of great kids came out of his program as well at Skyview. So we wish Kevin Morales the best as he moves forward. Let's see. There was some other coaching news today as well. I got this from a source, so we'll keep an eye on this story. But, oh my, this one's not so happy. As it sounds like Hamilton girls basketball coach Richard Griffin has been forced to resign. Family and friends told my source over in Hamilton that parents forced the administration to either fire Griffin or he should resign. And the reason that was given by the parents to the administration about Richard Griffin, he's too intense. He's too intense. That's the reason. Folks, what are we doing here? Seriously. What is going on in this state? You had a coach get fired and then rehired in Boulder and Clint Lang because, oh my gosh, he cussed. And now you've got Hamilton girls possibly looking for a new coach. It sounds like they will be. Because Richard Griffin is too intense? Come on, people. You know, there's a slogan that's being used the last few years, and I won't say it, but basically, to paraphrase, we're softening down our kids. Oh my gosh, little Susie got yelled at, coach has to go. Little Johnny got cussed or heard cuss words in football practice, coach has to go. That's where we're at in this society right now, in the state of Montana. When too intense is the quote to get rid of a coach, come on. And we are seeing it all over the state. Schulte postponed firing a volleyball coach, Coach Funk, last week, and moved it to June 20th. We know about Boulder. We know about Anaconda. We know about Frenchtown. Speaking of which, Frenchtown's former football coach, Ryan Nelson, has been hired to coach Hellgate's football team. McMorris stepping down to become an assistant principal here in Helena. So Ryan Nelson was at Frenchtown for 7 years, and he was forced out, him and his entire staff. A little over a year ago, about a year ago? I mean, holy cow. Here's a solution, and I know I've brought this up. Parents, get off your asses and go coach yourself. If you think it's that easy, the time away from your family, the terrible pay, plus all the time spent off the court or off the field of play, dealing with meals, dealing with bus trips, dealing with everything. Sports is a game, okay? It's not life or death. You can't live your life through your kid. You just can't do it. And there's some here in Helena that try to do it all the time. I see it with the dads. You can't live your life through your kid anymore, okay? You might have been great in high school, but guess what? You're not now. Let your kid be a kid, and let the coaches do their jobs. We're losing too many great coaches and teachers because of parents that are complete morons. Richard Griffin, a great coach in Hamilton, sounds like he's out of girls coaching because he's too intense. How are you preparing your kids without great teachers and coaches? And again, parents is where it starts. And if these kids are seeing their parents being able to get their way, well, that just makes the kids more arrogant. It's sad to watch what's happening across America. Kids feeling entitled, and parents who think they're the best and know more than a coach. Then prove it. Go out and coach. If you're going to force a coach out at any school, you go coach. Because apparently you think you can do it better. I would love to see that. I want to see a parent come out of the stands and do the coaching themselves. Or the officiating. Because it's the same thing. You're forcing officials to leave because of being asses. I'm a parent. I have 2 kids that played sports in high school. I have another one that's 4 coming up. Do I want the best for them? Yeah. Am I good enough to coach them? Heck no. I could help out, but I don't want the headache from the other parents. I coached baseball. I coached my kid in baseball in 2013. And we had fun. And I was harder on him than anybody else. Our team almost won the city championship. We played really well as a team. But I had parents calling after the game, 4th game of the year, "You're not playing my kid enough." Well, your kid's got a pissy attitude. I'm not putting him on the field. If he doesn't work in practice, you don't play in the games. This wasn't Little League where you had to play 2 innings of defensive ball and get in a bat. I just knocked a pitcher over, accidentally. But you don't get the right to tell the coach what to do if you're not willing to do it yourself. And we've been having this discussion now for, a month? And it's only going to get worse. Until parents realize they can't control everything, be a good parent at home. That's where it starts. Be a great parent at home. Be there for your kids. But communicate with the kids, communicate with the coaches on an adult level, and quit going behind the back of coaches and teachers to complain because, oh my God, they're too intense. Or the coach, I heard him drop an F-bomb in practice. Quit being soft. There is good news. Nico Harrison. This is great. He's a former Montana State Bobcat basketball star, played with Danny Sprinkle back in the day. Just a great, great dude. And he's gone on to Nike. And he's had a lot of success post-college. Played on the 95-96 Big Sky Championship squad. And super smart. Super, super smart. He was an exec at Nike for 19 years. He was all Big Sky player after transferring from West Point where he started. But great, great dude. And he's now the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks and has the Mavericks in with the Western Conference Finals against Golden State. I mean, Nico is and a great guy. Loved meeting him back when I started doing PA back in those days. And he played in 316 games in the NBA with the Lakers, the Knicks, the Blazers, and the Spurs. So, Nico Harrison got the Mavericks. It's hard not to become a Mavericks fan right now when you have that, connection to Nico and Montana State, and he's in his first year as the GM. So good luck to him. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and talk to a high school coach that has got his job. He has his Helena High Bengals softball team sitting in pretty good spot as they head into the regular season finales this week. We'll recap a tough loss over the weekend and look ahead to Crosstown Friday night. Ryan Schulte is going to join us on the way. The opening segment of the Jason Walker Show is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Montana Custom Log Homes with 50-plus years experience will build you a home that is crafted to last for generations. And they'll work with your budget. They'll work with your floor plan, or you can use one of theirs, or you can modify. They're great. Check out Montana Custom Log Homes at yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Ryan Schulte joins us next here, Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Tuesday, hanging out in the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. Tomorrow, Alex Eshelman. Thursday, Radio Alaska exec Frank Koloski, and then Sheriff Leo Dutton's going to join us as well. The Lewis and Clark County Sheriff and Coroner. Talk about getting ready for safety. I mean, the unofficial summer start is next weekend, and it looks like it's going to be a little chilly for Memorial Day, potentially. But could be, a long season of fires and stuff, so Leo just wants us to be prepared. Safety on the lakes and everything else, all right? So that's Thursday. Sheriff Leo Dutton. Still to come on this day in history, your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, and much more. But over the weekend, Helena High saw its 5-game win streak come to an end, pick up a win on Friday before falling in tough order to Sentinel on Saturday. Got the final 2 home games of the year this weekend, both at Mahelish, as Capital and Hellgate battle the Bengals. And joining us now to talk about the weekend and look forward to Crosstown is the head coach of the Helena High Bengals softball team, Ryan Schulte. Joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. All right, Coach, a nice 5-game win streak came to an end on Saturday, but let's talk about Friday first, because a nice win on the road and a great performance. I think it was Mallory English on the mound.
Yeah, it was a really nice performance by Mal. It was one of those games that you get into, and we just weren't doing what we needed to do at the bats, which happens, right? I mean, it's the game. Sometimes you're going to hit the ball square, and sometimes you're not. And we really needed to be great in the circle, and we needed to be great behind Mal, and that's what we got. We certainly won 2 out of the 3. When it comes to hitting and pitching and defense, and I think that's what carried the day.
What was she doing so well in the circle that just had Big Sky off balance?
Yeah, she for her, she's able to locate her fastball wherever we need her to locate it, and then she does a great job of throwing the curve, and when she tends to throw her curve inside, it tends to freeze batters a little bit. And when she throws it outside, she tends to get a little rise out of it. And so we kind of started with that combination of, inner half and breaking in and then working outside. And then as we got further and further into the game, it was really important that she could mix her changeup in and that she could throw it for strikes. And, as we went through the order, twice. And then as we got into that third time, it was really important that she could throw that third pitch, which was her changeup. And I think at the end of the day, that was sort of the difference, is that they weren't able to get on her at that point.
9 strikeouts, good performance, got a little bit of help offensively, and then to get that win. Saturday, you come home and facing Sentinel, seeding on the line still, and just a tough one because it was close for a while until the 7th inning.
Yeah, it was, it's one of those games that, we went into it. We really felt it was necessary for us to go pitch all 3 of our pitchers that day. And so the plan going in was no matter what, we were gonna throw 3, Faith for 3, Riley for 2, and Mal for 2. And sometimes you go into that and like this last weekend, I was watching some of the conference championships for college softball. And, there were 3 or 4 teams that was their plan. And, sometimes it works. And like Oklahoma State, it worked for them. And, it just didn't pan out the way that we had hoped it would. And that doesn't mean that those girls went out and threw poorly. It was just, Sentinel came out and hit the ball well. And so, at the end of the day, though, like we talked about with the girls, you're right. It was a 7-6 ball game going into the 7th. And we had a chance to win the game, right? In terms of we were in a position to win the game going into the 7th. We just didn't get it done. And, not that moral victory should matter a whole lot, but you know what? When you're talking about growth through the process of the year, the last time we played Sentinel, we lost 10-0-5. And so for us to be in that position going into the 7th, I think that shows a lot of growth. I think it shows that the girls have trusted the process through the year, and now it's just about going out and finishing in games like that.
When you put up good runs like you did, 8. I mean, you had 6 through the first 6 innings, and obviously the bats were good and everything until, take out that 7th inning. That's a really good softball game. What was the approach at the plate on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, early in the game, we gave some at-bats away in that first and second inning. And I think we were pressing a little bit, to be honest with you. And I think that some of the emotions of the week caught up to us a little bit in those first couple of innings. And, after that, we were kind of out in front and getting on balls too early because the speed was a little bit different than maybe we anticipated. But what I was really happy with was the adjustment we made the second time through the order. And then, that in that third inning when we got 3 runs, really it was about executing. We executed a couple bunts and we're able to manufacture some runs in the playing a little bit of small ball. And so it really became about, a timely hit here or there. And then again, probably most importantly was the execution when we absolutely needed it in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning.
We're talking with Ryan Schulte, Helena High softball coach here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Kendall Klemp, we really haven't talked a lot about her, but she seems to have been steady all season long.
Yeah, she's been really fantastic. I was looking the other day in this, kind of this string of, games, these last, 6 games. Right now Kendall's leading the team in hits and average and on base percentage. She's just done a really great job from that 5 spot. And driving runs in when we really needed her to. And over the past, since we kind of turned over the second half, she's been phenomenal. She outside of Maddie Lamping, she's kind of led the way. And so, I think it's really, the thing about Kendall is that when she goes to the plate, she's so relaxed and she's so confident, and her routine and her approach just never changes. And when she gets 2 strikes on her, I just don't know right now that anybody on our team hits the ball quite like she does with 2 strikes on her consistently. She just has great at-bats, and I think it just comes down to she's relaxed, she's playing confidently, she's swinging the bat confidently, and I'm really, really, really happy with what she's done, and I'm proud of the way that she's taken some of the weight and put it on her shoulders and said, I'll carry us when we need to. So she's had a great approach.
Got Capital Friday night at Mahelish. It's going to be a battle. It is crosstown, but there's a lot on the line still because you guys are still fighting for seating position. And I know Capital's in that one spot pretty handily, but a win over the Bruins would go a long way for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, you take seeding out of it, right? And wherever we end up, seeding is what it is. But at the end of the day, I think, this game, for us to go out and compete, like we have to go out and compete. And I think if we do that, we can, again, like you said, let's find some confidence as we move forward. And that's what this game would do. You go out and get a win over a very, very good Capital team. And that certainly helps you build some confidence moving forward at the most important time in the year. And I think that's, and again, you take away one inning and I know ifs and whats and whatever, but our girls have gotten better. And on Friday, that's what I expect us to show, is that we've gotten better and that we're able to go out and compete with anybody and go put ourselves in a position to win any game that we play moving forward. And so I think that that's a big part of this game on Friday night. And I expect our girls to go out and play well. I expect our girls to go out and compete with one of the best teams in the state for sure.
Well, we talked about this, a few times that, you struggled against Butte the first time around, come back and get the win. You struggled against Sentinel the first time around, come back, hold it close. I mean, it's a good ball game. Capital owned you guys pretty well in that first matchup. So there has to be some confidence there, like, hey, we're better than we were at that point.
I think absolutely. And I think the girls know that. And I think that through this, second half of our season, I think that they've come out and they've played with confidence. And my favorite part about it, honestly, Jason, is, I know we talked about Kendall earlier, but there are some girls that have really stepped up. And what's been fun to watch is that if I go through the last 6 games, I can point to, it's not the same girl every game. It's different ones that have stepped up and and that's offensively, defensively in the circle. And that's my favorite part about it right now is that, you look at 1 through 9, and any one of them in the last 6 games has sparked a rally at some point or had a timely hit. It's been every single one of them. And so I think that that's what's exciting for me as a coach, is to know that all of them are capable of getting that timely hit, because they've all demonstrated that they can do it. And that's what's exciting for me as we move into these kind of games, because it's fun to see, okay, who's going to step up when we need them to step up. And right now I have confidence in every one of them that we put the bat in their hands, because I know they can all do it.
Couple final quick ones for Ryan Schulte, Helena High softball coach here on the Jason Walker Show. Different approach at the plate, as you're probably going to face Nay again. So how do you approach her? Because she's really good in that circle.
She is. And what you can't do with Nay is you can't give her a pitch. And so that's, you really have to focus on staying in your zone, right? Especially with 0 or 1 strikes on you. You can't swing at something that's out of the zone. And so that's kind of step one. And it's also being aware of where she throws. She throws the ball inside very, very well. And so you almost have to anticipate that inside pitch because it gets on you a little quicker. So you have to time up the inside and then adjust to the outside pitch if she throws it, which is easier said than done, Jason. I mean, I'm not sitting here telling you that I want to jump in the circle or jump in the batter's box against her, but honestly, that's what it's about. It's about trying to get yourself ready to hit the inside pitch so that you can then be on it on time, so you're not getting jammed up. And so I think that's the approach we have to take. We have to look at it and say, we're not going to give her anything. And we have to be ready to turn on the inside part of the plate. And then, if we get too on us, we got to expand the zone and get on something early. And so I think that's the approach we have to take moving into it, because she is very, very good. And if you give her strikes, then she's gonna figure out a way to beat you consistently.
And then they've got a pretty good lineup too, top to bottom, 1 through 9. It's a lot like we talked about before the first crosstown matchup. You guys are a lot similar in that lineup that that they can put up runs too, and we saw it over the weekend. So how do you approach them from a pitching standpoint?
I think it starts by not being hesitant, and what I mean by that is they're good at the plate. There's no doubt about it. But you have to attack them. You have to attack them in the zone, and you got to move the ball around. And so what I mean is, you can't give them the same look over and over. It can't be just we're going to throw to one spot all the time and hope for the result that we want. Our pitchers are going to have to move the ball in and out, and they're going to have to change eye levels. But we can't go into this, worried that they're going to hit the ball. We have to attack the zone, and our pitchers have to have the mindset of, listen, we're going to get outs any way we can get them. And so if that means they're going to take a bat out, they're going to hit the ball up the end of the bat, and we're going to get outs that way, or we're going to try to jam them inside, and we're going to get outs that way. We're going to go attack the zone and force them to put the ball in play.
I know you'll never look ahead past Capital, but big one on Saturday too is it's senior day. It's all of that, and final game of the regular season. How do you play those back to back?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a tremendous amount of emotion involved in our weekend, and I think it's about talking with the girls about that and preparing them to recognize where they are emotionally. Right on Friday, it's going to be all about that crosstown emotion and recognizing, okay, are we in a healthy spot? With our highs and our lows, or are we not? And then that carries over into Saturday, right? It's a big day. It's our seniors' last games on those fields, and there's obviously a different kind of emotion that comes with that. And so, as coaches, it's up to us to kind of set the standard of, okay, and recognizing, hey, emotions are okay, right? As long as we don't allow emotions to dictate our play and our thought process. And so that's part of the conversation that we'll have all week long going into this is how we can handle and best overcome some of the emotions of both crosstown and senior day, and focus on the moment.
It is National Pack Rat Day today. Are you a pack rat?
I am not. Let me back that up a little bit here. I am not. 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 I am not It would depend on what we're talking about, right? So I've got like the 5-gallon bucket full of, old screws and bolts. So I like that will be around forever, right? So I guess if that puts me in the pack rat category, I would assume so. But then all of a sudden I'll just go on a cleaning binge, right? Where everything gets thrown out. So, to a certain point, you could argue that I am a pack rat, but then at some point in time, I'm looking at stuff going, this has got to go. So, yes and no, I think is probably what I would say.
So you're not a hoarder, which is good. My wife thinks I'm a hoarder, but I actually had somebody at a coffee shop one time because of all the, you've seen the studio, of all the, memorabilia. So I say I'm a collector, not a hoarder or a pack rat.
Yeah, and there's a big difference now, Jason, because you definitely don't want to be a hoarder, right? There's a lot of negative connotation there, but a collector now that I can get on board with.
Okay, good. I can get on board with the Bengals collecting 2 wins this week. How's that? See, that's called
absolutely.
That's a segue. It was beautiful.
And it was perfect.
Hey, Coach, appreciate it. Good luck Friday and Saturday. We'll talk next Tuesday.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, Jason.
That is Ryan Schulte joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Helena High Bengals coach. It's not just a bundle. It's your home. It's your auto. It's your life. Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. All right, quick break. We'll come back. Got the walk off. Got to get out of here a little bit early today. Got to go pick up the little one. The wife is at golf, so it's daddy-daughter date night. Always look forward to those. We'll have our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week and On This Day in History still to come. This is the Jason Walker Show. Segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinner's Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinner's Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinner's Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Final segment on a Tuesday. Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. Montana Rodeo Roundup in just a couple of seconds, along with your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. There were some good nominees, too. Kid firing a one-hitter in baseball, track and field galore, softball. But we'll give you your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week in just a few moments, too. Let's do your Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. Now, if you're looking for senior pictures, family portraits, great rodeo coverage, calendars, landscapes, Mark does it all. And I know we've shown this one a few times, but let me switch the camera here. But that that girl on the horseback from a couple of years ago in Ennis, July the 3rd, before the Northern Rodeo event down in the Madison Valley. And that is a beautiful photo from Mark LaRoe. And you can actually probably order that still on his website. Go to marklaroephotography.com. All right, quick updates on the standings in Saddle Bronc. Jess Pope of Kansas leads the way. Clayton Bigelow, Cole Reiner are second and third. The highest placing Montanan right now is Caleb Bennett. Is he out with injury, I think? He sits 12th, or maybe it's Richmond Champion that's out with injury. I think it's Richmond. But those two Montanans in the top 20. In Saddle Bronc, I mean, we're what, just a month away from PRCA Rodeo firing up in Montana? And Northern Rodeo, too. Sage Newman of Melstone, Montana, leads the world in the Saddle Bronc right now, a little over 114,700. Stetson Wright, second, who is also leading the all-around, and Brody Kress sitting in the third spot. Chase Brooks of Deer Lodge sitting eighth, and that is it for your Montanans in the top 15. Bull riding, Stetson Wright, followed by Sage Kimsey and Josh Frost. The highest-ranking cowboy with Montana connections, Parker Bredding, is 17th currently. Let's see here. Who else is in there? Ruger Piva, former Montana Western star, is 25th. Both Ruger made it to the NFR last year. Steer wrestling, Hunter Cure has the lead, followed by Tyler Wagaspack, Tristan Martin. You have Timmy Sperring of Helena in 11th, Ty Erickson sitting in 13th. Jess Brown, former Bobcat, sitting in 16th, just outside the top 15. Long way to go. Team roping on the heading side, it's Caleb Driggers, Clay Tryon, Lightning Aguilera in the top three. Of course, Clay Tryon from Billings. In the heeling side of things, your leader is Junior Nagata, followed by Jake Long and Jonathan Torres. Montanans go down, keep going. Nobody in the top 20 right now. And steer wrestling, well, let's go to tie down. We already did steer wrestling. John Douch leading the way. Shad Mayfield, Tuff Cooper 2 and 3. And then you've got Haven Medjid, 2019 world champ, sitting there in 8th from Miles City. And in barrel racing, Jordan Briggs continues to lead. She's got about a $28,000 lead or so over Haley Kinsel. Donna K. Rule in third. Lisa Lockhart's yet to really get the season going. She's sitting in 24th. So that's your Montana Rodeo Roundup. Brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. Get a hold of Mark at his website, marklaroephotography.com, to get anything booked, because, you know, you've got rodeos coming up. He's going to, he goes to a lot of the northern rodeos. You can buy calendars for both Cowboys of Western Montana and Landscapes of Montana, and they are fantastic. Go to marklaroephotography.com today. All right, let's do your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Now, it was tough to choose an Auto Concepts Performance of the Week this week. Gavin Tennis fired a one-hitter for the Helena Senators on Saturday. Senators won 9 in a row. They're on a roll. You can put the whole team up there, but Gavin Tennis with a one-hitter, he's a nominee. You've got the Capital softball girls and Helena High softball girls that put up some good numbers. But this, crosstown track last week, I mean, unbelievable performances by a multitude of athletes. But this week, we're going to the Big Sky. We're going down to Bozeman. We're going to Capital as well. But former Bruin Elena Carter, I think this is the second time this year she's been our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. At the Big Sky Outdoor Track and Field Meet over the weekend in Pocatello, all she did was help lead the Bobcat women to a second-place finish behind Northern Arizona. The Bobcat men also in second behind NAU. And before we get into that, there's no such thing as lady Bobcats. I don't care what you're reading, what you're watching. There's no such thing as, it's Bobcat women, okay? People should know better than this by now. I mean, they haven't been called the Lady Bobcats in any sport since the late 90s. So stop. Anyway, Helena Carter broke 2 school records, was part of another, won gold at the Big Sky Track and Field Championships in long jump, the 100-meter high hurdles, and along with the 400 relay group. She won silver in the 100 dash, finished with 30.5 points, and shared the Big Sky MVP with teammate Alex Hallenberg. Went 20 feet 1.5 inches in the long jump on Friday to win it. And it's just unbelievable. In the hurdle, she went 13:24, and also won the indoors, remember, in the 60 hurdles in February. In the 100-yard dash, she went 11:56, and she has the 3 fastest times in school history in the 100. And then the winning relay, she was the lead leg, and the team went 45-47. Carter ranks 3rd in the D1 Mountain Region rankings in the dash and the hurdles, 8th in the long jump, and will be headed off now to Fayetteville, Arkansas, along with former Helena High standout Derek Olson, who's now at Montana State. He's going to compete along with her in the D1 West preliminary round in the 110 hurdles. But Helena Carter is our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. It is May the 17th, National Cherry Cobbler Day. It is also National Graduation Tassel Day. Do you go from left to right or right to left? I can't remember. Pack Rat Day and National Walnut Day. On this date in 1875, the very first running of the Kentucky Derby, Oliver Lewis aboard Aristides would win. 1930, Earl Sand aboard Gallant Fox wins the 56th Kentucky Derby, part of the Triple Crown that year. 1939, the first televised baseball game on NBC. Princeton beat Columbia 2-1. 1963, we had a no-hitter as the Houston Colt 45's Don Notterbart no-hit the Phillies. On this date in 1998, David Wells went one better. He tossed a perfect game for the Yankees on this date. Hung over AF. 1903, happy birthday to James Cool Papa Bell, one of the great Negro League baseball players and one of the fastest men ever to play baseball. It is Sugar Ray Leonard's birthday, won Olympic gold in 1976, born on this date in 1956. That is what happened on this date in sports history.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off brought to you by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. And it is time to grab yourself a Cubano wrap, a gut buster, a hot turkey sandwich, maybe a Cajun gyro. Weather's warming up. Food is warming up at Cafe Zydeco, cooked fresh to order. You could also get some chicken and sausage gumbo, seafood gumbo, jambalaya, shrimp and grits, po' boys, and much, much more at Cafe Zydeco in Helena, Bozeman, and Billings. All right. Had fun today. Got to get out of here a couple minutes early because I got to go pick up the little one at daycare. The wife is off at golf for the night, ladies' league, so the little one and I get to have a daddy-daughter date night and get to see what she wants for dinner. Maybe we'll do Cafe Zydeco. And tomorrow, by the way, don't forget the Class C and State B golf tournaments wrap up, so hopefully we'll have some results by showtime tomorrow. But great performances across the state this weekend, and it's going to be another fun week. Don't forget tomorrow, Alex Eshelman will join us for That's What She Said. Try to get hold of Capital softball coach Mike Miller as well. And go from there. Thanks to Ryan Schulte for joining us today, the Helena High softball coach. Thanks to you for listening and watching, and thanks to all of our fantastic sponsors. Couldn't do it without you. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 4 o'clock. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com to rewatch or re-download anything. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back here Wednesday at 4 with Alex Eshelman for That's What She Said.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.